Throughout the state, the people who will make sure the ballots issued equal the ballots cast in Tuesday's primary election are hard at work.
Boards of canvassers will meet for the next 2 weeks to certify the election. And the public is invited to watch the process. News 8's Joe LaFurgey has this story.
Well, there are still a lot of people with concerns over the election process. The Board of Canvassers is one place they can come to get some answers to those concerns.
I had some major concerns with the election.
Alan Dunst's concerns go back to the 2020 presidential election.
In terms of accuracy, transparency, etc.
While Mark Williams' concerns go back to Tuesday's primary, when something didn't seem right about the way the tabulator took his ballot.
All I want to know is, did it count or not? And I just want to have that understanding.
So both men witnessed the first post-primary meeting of the Kent County Board of Canvassers.
They're checking to make sure that they're all the same, that they balance from what was found in the precincts.
The signature of election.
The debate over the process for electing our political leaders has never been so contentious. So local clerks are making sure the public knows they can be part of the process during Board of Canvassers certification.
It's a really good opportunity for those folks to just ask questions and learn more about the process.
Ballots cast on the totals tape.
Despite the audits, recounts, and court rulings confirming the results of the 2020 election, there are still some voters who believe the system is rigged. Others, like Dunst and Williams, want to see firsthand just how valid those concerns are. Attending the Board of Canvassers and asking questions of those in charge is their answer to all the election rhetoric.
I've just decided to try to educate myself and to become a little more active and to try to be part of the solution, as opposed to just complaining.
Ballot container seal numbers for Friday?
I want to understand the process, and what I can tell you from what I've seen.
Write-in 0?
Very thorough. I had no idea everything that went on behind the scenes here.
Both Williams and Dunst say they still have concerns over the process, but they say they walked away with a better understanding and more confidence in the process than they came in with.
Are there vulnerabilities? Absolutely. But I feel a whole lot better today than I did on Tuesday.
I think the people who are actually involved in those processes are people of goodwill and good intent. So I feel much more confident in that.
The Board of Canvassers is expected to meet through next week. For the time and location, just go to woodtv.com. In Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurgey, News 8.